Welcome to the 5-point series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 6th of April 1964, which is a good 6 months on from the end of the last part. And the reason that I've had to jump forward through the whole winter is simply down to the fact that I developed a problem which then knocked on to my production, and it's left me with a little bit of a legacy that I need to solve ASAP. And very much of that time I had to just sit and wait and watch and do nothing. I couldn't do anything at all because, I'll explain it a bit more detail later on. But first, as usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me a lot to think about. Now, I did get a request for a mod list, and I'm going to be completely upfront. I have pages of mods now. I'm addicted to mods. Is probably the polite way of saying it, because I check the workshop every single day, so I'm adding new mods all the time. And if I show you the actual mod list here, well, you can see I've got 27 pages in here. So many different mods on bits and pieces, and you can see how many are on each page. To be honest, I've got certain mods which I do use quite commonly. Mods like this clock here, some of the historic buildings, I think are actually from collections from Nova. Some of the transformers, I think, are from Robos 74. And this is part of my problem, is some of these mods I've been using for several years now. And to be honest, I don't really know where they actually come from now. So that's the reason why I don't maintain a collection for these series, because it's very, very difficult for me now to keep track of which mods are which things. So what I suggest is that if you are looking for good mods, certainly look at Robos 74, Nova. Another good creator is Off the Rails, but that's not to downgrade the creations of many other people. The other thing I will say is that if you are looking to do early starts like me, what you want to do is spend a little bit of time just doing searches through the workshop and subscribe to every early vehicle on that's listed. So do a search for vehicles, look for old vehicles, any vehicles that look like they're before 1960. Subscribe to them because you will need them. And it also goes for buildings. I mean, it's difficult to say because a lot of my buildings, like these Ampere houses and all that, what I do is I just do a search for residential, and then I spend quite a long time just quite literally looking through, seeing what I like, which types of buildings I like, and which ones fit into what I would call historical play. So that is the situation, guys. Apologies that I can't give you a list. And it is simply down to the fact that I just can't keep track of them all anymore. I think what we will do is just put a small road. I think we'll go that way. Connect to that bus station there. And I just want to hook in this. That could probably hook in both these while we're at it. I stick to gravel roads. We don't really. I'll put the approach I'm changing to now is, rather than worry too much about asphalt for all the side roads now, that was a bit of a mistake, is to go to concrete paths. I think concrete paths are the way forward, or asphalt paths, not concrete paths. And eventually I might actually upgrade these to there's two paths in there, but that's okay. Yeah, so that is the kind of strategy that I'm moving towards for my towns now, is actually put these asphalt paths in so that the people don't actually use the roads so much. Eventually what I will do is run asphalt paths along here, but we got that there. Anyway, let's just go back to my problem. Now, if you watch the previous video, at the end I was looking at roads wondering why they weren't being built. And what actually happened is that I was not getting the workforce into my gravel processing center here. Also, you can see here, I'm actually struggling with the quarried stone. And the reason for that is I only had the one truck over here. on each one of these quarries, which meant that I wasn't getting the stone into here. So that actually then led on to the fact that, and of course the worker shortage here meant that I ran out of gravel here. You can see I'm still kind of trying to build it back up again, which then crippled both my panel production and my asphalt and of course the concrete. So that's why everything was slowing down. It was due to worker shortage, and that worker shortage came from the fact that I had a lot of workforce over here, so the workers were coming here rather than going over there. So what I've done is, as you can see here, if I scaled this back considerably, it's like we're actually, we've got no problem with the waste yet. We have to keep an eye on that though. So that's, and of course what that resulted in is that these sewer pipes, which I really wanted built, got delayed. You can see at the moment, and we're still struggling to try and get enough sewage over there. And of course, as is the nature of this game, what happened is that my drainage up over here has now filled up completely. And if I show you the housing here, not kindergarten, we're still kind of staying half ahead of it at the moment. But what's happening is that these were filling up and saying that basically the sewage systems were completely topped up. In fact, I think if I show you down here, you see it says it's sewage filling 48%. And what that resulted in to a health risk, which then affected my population. And in fact, my population started to fall. If I can actually show you the actual population, you can see that the population literally flatlined through the winter. In fact, if I go to this year and show you here, you can see, and you can see I'm now getting escapees. And the reason for the escapees is that people are generally unhappy with the conditions in this area. And so what I'm trying very hard to do, and this is what I had to do all through the winter, is I had to literally suspend most of the jobs just to try and get all the workforce into, or what I could, into here. And you can see we're waiting for prefab panels. And I did resort to importing some gravel just to try and keep things going. But of course then I started to run out of money, and you can see here I'm still losing money at the moment. And you can see, so financially everything's a little bit sketchy at the moment, and there's not much I can do. In fact, if I show you the imports, you can see it's fuel, steel, and of course the other problem is that I wasn't actually exporting anything. If I come to here, you can see my exports collapsed completely. You can go down here, you can see that because I wasn't producing the prefabs and everything else and biofuel, my economy is now got very, very weak. So I really do need to get this finished, and so that we can actually push on forward. But on the positive side, it gave me a bit of time to think a little bit about what I need to do going forward. And I think part of the problem is I need to sort these farms out. See, at the moment, we're not too bad with the crops at the moment. But again, it's down to a fertility issue. So I think what I'm going to need to do is start thinking about getting this area online, so that we can start producing biofuel. But also I'm starting to think that I need to get some some chemical production, so that we can then start making synthetic fertilizer. You can see here synthetic fertilizer needs you can see here synthetic fertilizer needs chemicals and water. Now I can make chemicals from, where is it? Well, we need plastics. This factory here, This turns fuel, coal and bitumen into chemicals, but I don't think it's really going to work. So what I'm kind of moving towards is actually maybe putting a synthetic chemical factory down here. And I think the synthetic chemical factory is here, which is this one here. You can see this uses 0.31 chemicals and 15 cubic meters of water to produce the chemicals. But the problem is that I still need that infrastructure to be able to get that in. Also, I need the workforce. So I'm caught in a little bit of a cleft stick at the moment. So I'm just gonna let the game speed up because there's not much I can do at the moment. The other thing is that we could possibly go for a composting plant. This uses 0.075 tons of chemicals to turn in the biological waste. And you can see we are now building up biological waste here. So I am thinking a little bit about the possibility of building a composting plant, but the problem is where to put it so that we can use it. I mean, ideally I'd like to put it up here, simply because we got a farm over here which we need to bring online, which is something I'm going to need to work as a priority. Plus the fact that I think if we can get a composting plant, maybe we could put it in about here. Maybe that might be an option, because then that would bring us close enough to the workforce from here. Because I wanted, the alternative is that I put it up over here in this industrial area, but we're gonna have to build out the road system as fast as possible. In fact, I think what we're gonna do is this a gravel road? Yeah, it is a gravel road. I'm gonna get the road crew on that. We need to get out to this area here. In fact, I think I will put the fertilizer, composting plant, not fertilizer. I think we'll put the composting plant out here. Now, the composting plant produces, what's it, 12 tons of pollution per year. So, now the annoying thing with the composting plant is the fact that it's only got the one battery connection. So we'd have to put this, I haven't actually put, we've got a bus stop there. I think I could, if I put it there, we could bring a footpath through there. Yeah, I think that will work. So if we put the composting plant there. Now what we do need to do is then put in a waste drop-off point, because of course we've got to bring in the biofuel. What I will do is we'll put in a medium dump here. Kind of push out like that. Connect you up with, I mean, part of the problem I've got is the fact that I'm now piling up things. So what we'll be able to do is bring the bio waste into here. And of course, the problem we're going to have is picking up the fertilizer from here and then taking it to the farms. I think what I will do is put in a, what am I looking for? A cargo station here, because we're probably over time we will start to build up the, but the problem with the composting plant is simply the fact that we've got to deliver chemicals and we've got to pick up fertilizer from here. And I think this has only got, it's only got 2 road connections, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's only got 2 road, 2 connections, one to deliver the chemicals and one to deliver the bio waste. So we do need to kind of work on this. I must admit, I do keep meaning to actually search the workshop to see if there's a modded composting version. I don't think I've found one yet. I just want to see. I mean, generally the happiness is improving. We've still got no unemployment. And we've got a tiny amount of unemployment. I don't know where that actually is. We're just going to see, try and find out where that actually is. Because what I do want is workers into here. So we'll just see if we got where the unemployment is. Not seeing any. So there's a tiny bit of unemployment over here then. I think it's so small we can't even see it. Okay. I don't think it's worth worrying about. But I do need to get that population growing again and becoming more efficient. Now, the other thing I want to check is wear and tear on buildings. I think we're staying ahead with the buildings. Wear and tear. Now we have got and we're seem to be okay with the vehicles. So generally my repair regime is going quite well. Another area that I want to work on, which is the next thing, is I want to get this scrapping yard finished. But you can see at the moment that money is just so tight. Then again, if we let me just check the. You doing? You're just building plumbing. Okay, I think we can get this guy in on here now. See if I can get a surplus workforce up here who can do the construction. We could get a few things done here. What I've done here is that if you watch the previous video, you'll be aware that we had one of these tent things here. What I've done is, actually we could get this built actually. I think we'll get the groundworks crew on that and that. What I've put in here is a Tudor university. This is a medical university. And I've also put an opera house in here as well. In fact, I think we can get the groundworks underway on that as well. Have I got the road crew working on that? No. We need the road crew working on that one there. Now, another project I do need to do is get these roads out here as well. So, how many? So, I'm going to have to really try and kind of concentrate my workforce on. Okay, where's that? Up with these guys. Yeah. You can see here that the happiness is just not working with these guys. 61%. I need to get some of them out of some of these buildings, I think, and so that we can start improving the standards. If I get this built, I think we might get away with it. Okay, we've got this being built now, so I'm kind of, I think I'm gonna build that there, get that built. What's that there then? Oh, this is a monument. I think we'll get that built as well. We need to get the loyalty up. Okay, my happiness is falling. Death of a child. Crime rate is rising. What's that? Rival in prison. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a crisis now, and it is down to this health. There we can see here, sewage tank overfull, and this is what's killing my population off. You can see my population is stagnated, and I really do need to get this finished. Right, we're down to 17. I think once we crack this, we'll be okay. Anyway, let me just see how things go. Now, another thought I've had is manufacturing chemicals, but see, we got a supply of bitumen. Oh, wow, even this is drying up now. I just can't get the workforce. That's the problem. I need to get the town growing so I can get that workforce going. What are we doing here? Yeah, we've got 30 tons of fertilizer there. How are we doing? See, it's moving very small amounts. I think one of the advantages if we can get a composting plant going is we can move bigger. Okay. How are we doing for crops? I think you guys need to go on load. I don't think you're not distributing. Bit of a mistake there because I was a bit preoccupied. What we got here? Got production. What's this? This is the power plant. Oh, this could all go very badly wrong, and we're in a very fragile state at the moment. Still losing money, probably because we're importing. Yeah, electronics again. I just haven't built the infrastructure that I need, and considering we only got a population of 4,000 and we're not making the money, that's the problem. If we can get, see, this is only 53%. I mean, it's not bad considering they're in kind of tents, but okay, again, what I'm gonna do is can you get to you can, right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up all these people and move you there. 1, 2, 3. Gonna get you out of there. And then we're going to demolish you. Really demolish, yes, please. Get the demolition crew on. Where are you? Remove you. Because I think part of the problem is you're right next to the septic tank. Right, that looks like it's dropping down. And we actually built the pipe. Right, haha. It looks like I may have finally. Where's the? Yeah, we're draining away the sewage now. And what I can do is move this guy on to here, so they don't have to run all the way around the map now to get rid of the sewage. And hopefully this will now drain away. Yep. What that does now is remove the health risk, and that should help us actually get this put together. Okay, we'll just get rid of you. These guys will be unhappy, but they're going to be a lot happier in the fact that they've got some nice accommodation here. Right, we've got I want to get some biological in there. What we got here? Plastic waste. We've got a tiny amount of plastic waste. I'm wondering whether if I separate out some plastic waste, can we do that directly? I think my inclination is at the moment is just to keep the separation at this level, because if we start separating plastic at this level, it means we've got to use separate trucks to kind of get it into position and working. Right. I want to just try and get that last bit done there. And so apologies, this part is going to be a little bit kind of get things sorted. We cleared this area out. What I can do then is start to put in some decent infrastructure. I don't think this actually produces any pollution as such. The problem is this. If I can empty this out, I mean, it's still kind of building up, but if I get this to the point where it's kind of empty, right. Right, I think now I've got that, I'm a bit more relaxed. Now, another thing I've been working on is this road here, and of course the roundabout here as well. I'm trying to upgrade some of these bits and pieces. I'll get that done. Trying to get the roundabout finished so that we can get things done. What are you? Oh yeah, you're our scrappy guys. Still kind of losing money, but I think we should be okay. Let's see how we're doing over here. Citizens' loyalty is low. Yep. Yeah, we really need the police station operating up here as well, the secret police. But again, the problem is that what happens is that as you open up more and more services, you actually open up more and more costs. I'm kind of a bit inclined to move these guys away, because I think I would like to get some accommodation in here. What we got here, we got the Kino. If we get this built, we can get this done. Has this got? Yeah, you get the groundworks done on that. Okay, stop production. What's that? Yeah, it's only the power station flipping in and out. Right, how's the scrapyard going here? I think we can get that built as well. I think if I can scrap a few vehicles, we might make a little bit, offset some of our costs. But we need to make money, and that's the bottom line. How are we doing? I need a lot more workers. Okay, we are now building up the prefabs, which means that we should be able to start exporting some prefabs. Yeah, happiness is low. They'll come round. I mean, they've got access to religion as well. So you can see that these people... So we've got a couple of buildings here that can take our overload. We just need the population to grow a little bit now and get things going. How are we doing? Yeah, well... We just need to kind of empty this thing out. And then... I mean, I could connect it in, but where would I connect it into? Okay, I thought I'd built that. Bit of a fail there. It was a big mistake there. That has to go back onto there. That has to go there. Because there's absolutely no point them dropping off sewage there if there's no actual connection. So yeah, that's a bit of a fail. I think these are trucks that are just moving the sewage away. Okay, we've got this footpath built through here now. That's good. Once this is built, we can get connections into here, and we'll get people traveling through here. There we are. Part of me says upgrade this footpath as well. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to use quite heavily, so oh, it's not gonna work. I can't do that one either. Okay. No, I think we won't mess about with those just yet. We've got the Kino here. This is working okay. Right, we've now got a bit of space here. Be back. Kind of thinking, what can we put in here? I don't think I'm going to put anything in here actually. I want to push. Right, this has now got a road connection. How far? Yeah, you don't. This will not now cover the fire station in the athletics league. What I have done is I put in a swimming pool here. I think we'll get the ground crew on that now. I think if I put a swimming pool here, we'll have all the coverage we need. I still feel we can move this, so I can put something here. You can see straight away now we fix the health, our population is growing again, even though the fact that the loyalty is low. And yeah, you can see our health changes now. People are getting healthier. That should make them happier. There's death of a child. Let me just see. Low government loyalty. Unable to get clothes. Quite a lot of crime. Where trouble is let's just see. And the problem is when we got a maximum or good workforce in there, how's our prison? Okay, prison is good. How's the work? We've got way too much coming in here. I definitely think that we need the bio, what we call it, is got to be a higher priority. Maybe putting this out here is not such a good idea. Don't want to put it here. I could put it here, but the trouble is, if I put it here, we're going to contaminate the water. We could put it over here. Bring workforce out to here. We got a road connection to the board of the chemicals. How big is the woodcutters? Or is it still going to be very close to this residential area here? And we're still going to have to put in the drainage and the other bit. Let me just see. Let me just try and work this out. It's we got drainage there. My instinct is here. I think we're going to change the plan because we've already got the incinerator here. We could put in a drainage pipe here. We can put water in down from there. Because actually, what needs water? Which one needs water? What is it? The biosynthetic fertilizer needs water. But it only needs 85%. And this just needs chemicals and biological waste. My instinct is no. We're gonna have to put it here, I think, and then we'll just have to use minibuses to get people into here. Yeah, change of plans. I think if we put you about there, connect the. We're definitely gonna need an asphalt road. Actually, move you back a little bit. Back a bit and out. We're gonna have to put power out here. Okay, what's up with this? Put you there. We're gonna need a dump for the what we call it. Where's the small dump, medium dump? We'll put the medium dump out there, and then we'll put the cargo, what we call it, cargo station alongside like that. And then we've got the sewage outfall down here. What we could do is put in a sewage tank here. Don't think we need to worry too much about that, but be nice to cover these areas, but we'd have to kind of, I get a small footpath out the arcade. So if we put in a sewage drop-off point about, put it, just kind of tuck it up in, oh wow, yeah, we'll kind of tuck it in about there. Actually there, not sure what you're connecting to, but we'll connect to it. And then I know I put got a connector there. I think I'd like to put another connector, maybe that might be on the fall. So I think what we'll do is we'll put in connector there, just in case. I mean, connectors don't cost anything to build, so well, they don't cost much to build. It's probably it's wrong. Cancel. If we connect you to there and then push you through to, it's gonna kind of got a bit of a weird dog leg there, but that means we can put you into there. Whoops. That means we desperately need to build this bridge over here. What we got here, Concrete and gravel. Get the groundworks crew on that. Get that in there, which means we can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Get rid of you. That means I don't have to spend a lot of time. Good. Looks like we've actually now not set exporting lots and lots of stuff. We're actually turning our profit around a bit, so I can relax a bit now. How are we doing? Yeah, we're emptying this thing out, which is good. Okay. I haven't actually checked whether I'm doing any research. This is I think this is one of the challenges of this game, is you just gotta have your eyes everywhere. Okay, energy from waste, plastics recycling. Actually, I like the idea of plastics recycling, because I did. We have done the research for metallic. Now, scrap separation. There's the one that steel recycling here. Again, this trouble is these are such big. Ooh, wow. Okay, we've now got this built. What we can do now is send you to there. Let's hook the right. Where's my? How much the storage in here? Well, good for the moment. I think this is. Yeah, we got no problem from this point of view. Where's my minibuses? I'm going to mess these up a little bit, but what we're going to do is, because again, because of this workforce shortage, now we're of course scrapping. What I'm looking for is the option. What you see here is that little green check mark means that we will get the base resources rather than just metallic scrap out. Not exactly sure why. I don't know if this is because there's no workforce here. We're just send the workforce, but we'll reduce that down to about 15. And we'll just see if that's actually going to work by sending the minibuses here. Because obviously we're not going to have a major scrapping industry. Yep, here we go. What you'll see now is we'll get a little bit of metallic scrap. We'll get 4.5 tons of steel, some mechanical components, some electrical components, and a little bit of mixed waste. Now, it will take a long time for these to actually scrap out. Now, we've got the storage here. And what we're going to need to do is now kind of think about how we're going to put that steel somewhere. I'm kind of thinking, how are we doing here? We've got 20 tons of steel in there. I kind of got an open hole here. What's up with the loyalty? We're gonna have to really do something about the loyalty here. I think the problem is that we don't have the police, secret police up here. We need more secret police. I didn't really want to build. We got anything that's small for a secret police? because this is will interfere with our education system, because we'll get people in here that don't have a high education. Can we get in? We've got a 5-story one there. What on earth is this? Technical services. Got a local intelligence office. We could put this in. How many vehicles do you have? You've got spots for 3 cars. Actually, we could. We've got. I think I put the secret police over here somewhere. We could change the design, actually, come to think of it. And we could put the secret police in next to the church. Keep an eye on the clergy. Let me just see. We could put you in something like that, as you're not in range of water. Ideally it'd be there, but okay, guys. Right, we're gonna put in. Let me just see. Secret police. What I'm looking for. We got a little secret police here, parking spot for. Secret police parking. That's 30. I don't really need that. Got a 1950s one here. Could put you. Maybe if we put a 1950s one in here, it's kind of a vestige of the. Kind of like the idea of putting this in like that, and we can push back against here like that. So we'll have to get that built high priority, and what we'll do is get some secret police in here. We also need some more influence with respect to the monuments. Yeah. Okay, back to recycling. How much? We've got the. I think this is the one that delivers to here. So I think what we might do is add you. Difficult. Okay, we've now got this built. Limit this. This will take the electronics and stuff like that. What I really want is the steel. I think you. Load. You can load anything. Is where still electronics, mechanics. Okay, right. Not the aluminium, because we don't have any aluminium. That just so what that will do is it will pull as these guys produce the mechanical components and all that. It's not going to produce a lot. It's an option for the moment, and we can use it. If not, I can move it manually. Okay. Get back to What we got here? Asphalt. Okay. How are we doing? We're slowly clearing that out. Obviously, this is now built. Good. That's now connected, right? You correct my mistake now. You can go to there. And the vehicles here. I've got 3 sewage trucks here. I need to put you onto there. Move you. That means they won't rove halfway across the map now to get rid of empty this thing out. Right, so we finally fixed that. How we got here? You can go on to that now. Get that built. Right, I'm running out of time on this video, so I think we need to prioritize this. Get into here. We need these roads built as well. I think it's time to get that built. This bit is proving a real problem. We may have to put the what we call it on here. I think we're going to put the main crew on that. And I just want to check, we're now on the 10th of July. These are now empty. Put that back on, unload. How are we doing here? I think we just managed to get through the winter. Sorry, through the up to the harvest, but we're going to need to be a bit more efficient. Just have a look here. We are getting some there. Actually, let's do it the other way. Let's look at the economy. What we're exporting now. Plastic waste, construction waste, last month. Yeah, we exported a bit of prefabs. We've got the clothes going, the meat going, the alcohol going. So some wood. Tiny amount of gravel. That comes from the water plant. And we're getting exporting construction waste. We are getting the fertilizer here. So we are getting stuff from the bio. So I think the composting plant has to be quite a bit of a priority so that we can get that going. We certainly need now to think about getting out here. This is now being built. Good. We need to breach through into here. Yeah. The loyalty is becoming a bit of a problem. So we do need to work that. And we need to be able to see the loyalty as well. We'll just put you on there. How's the... We've got the spare capacity for workforce. I think we will get the ground crew on this one. And out the back here, we will put a... Where are you lot going? Hey, cancel. I don't want anyone working down here, please. Actually, do it this way. We need to get people into here. I think what I might have to do is start forcing people. Where are you going now? Okay, you're building that. So at the moment they're kind of building their own kind of construction areas here, which is good. Where are you going now? Cancel. Spend. What I want is unemployment up here, so that we can start to put in these areas here and get things done. Anyway, I've run out completely out of time. Just to finish off, I want to see, you're not doing any repairs, you're just working on the opera house. I think what I want is you can work on that so that we can push out. This bridge is going to be quite important, but this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting. Now I've fixed the problems, we can start to move our attention onto other things. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.